everyone, and you're welcome to today's conversation. I hope you're all doing fine because I am doing great. So, today I have someone very special to me with me here. And I'm sure for me to have this special person with me, that means the conversation is going to be an interesting one. Okay, so please stay tuned. Don't be in a rush. Okay, just listen because we are here to learn together. We are here to share our own experience with you, and we are going to be as practical as possible. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. And my sweetheart, my honey pie, my heart.
The sugar
Can you
daddy.
please my sugar daddy? Okay, my sugar daddy. All right. I have here with me Dr. Noah Samuel. He is my crown. And it means so much to me. And thank you so much for doing this with me because I know you're a very busy person. But at least for just coming and saying, okay, let's do it together. And so I really appreciate that. And I'm not taking that for granted. Okay. Thank you for all the support. I'm using this medium to thank you, to appreciate you. All right.
You're
All the
welcome.
things that you do in backhand. Thank you so much. Oh yeah.
Welcome.
All right. So now let's go to the question.
Okay.
The conversation today is about friendship. And I have so many questions that I want to ask around friendship, and
Hmm.
I want us to rub minds together to share our opinion about what we think. And we might not agree on some questions, and that's fine. That's what
Mhm.
makes us unique, right?
Mhm.
All right. So the first question that I want to ask now is: do you believe couples should still keep their single friends after marriage? What's your take on that?
Yeah, friends. Um, yeah, when you look at the fact that mostly when we're getting married, we have support, and some of the support comes from our friends. So I wouldn't say that at the point when you are married, and you just close the gate to them, from that point onward, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. um yeah, as long as it's healthy friendship, and because these are people that may have been part of your life for x number of years, um as long as there's nothing that's gonna lead to any issue in the relationship or in the marriage now, right? Of course, you keep your friends. But you just have to make sure that you're now building more intimate friendship with your partner, that will supposedly should supersede whatever level of friendship that you've had with those other friends that you've kept.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, I think I also support the fact that you can keep your friends even after marriage because you can't say because now you're married, you just want to forget your friends, the people that were there for you, the people that were there before this person came to come and say, "Oh, will you marry me? Oh, I will marry you." No, we don't want to do that. That's not nice. But I still believe that there needs to be we need to apply wisdom as well
Mhm.
because in the sense that, for instance, if you're the type that like to go out, you like to party with your friends, and they can just call on you anytime. So, oh my, hey, baby, let's go out. Oh, there's a party going on. Hey, guy, what happened? We are going out for a party today. And before you're married, what you will do is you will not even think about it. You will
Mhm.
just pick your clothes, go and dress somewhere. Oh, let's go. Let me go and rock the party with my friends.
Yeah.
But in a case where you're married now, I think wisdom demand that you should know that you are more responsible now.
Mhm.
So there needs to be that balance. You need
Yeah.
to be able to balance that relationship. Your friend cannot just call you and say, "Oh, let's go," and just follow, because now you have someone that you are accountable to.
Mhm.
Your partner. Your
Yeah.
partner needs to be aware. And if your partner does not want you to go, there might be a reason. You need to ask them why. Oh, why? Because these are friends that were there for. Because sometimes when our partner is telling us, "Oh, I don't want you to be friend with this person," there might be a reason that you want to find out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because you might not see that, oh, those friends are not good for you anymore, but it's your friend. But there needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
And I understand the angle where some partner will want to just remove they want to remove their partner away from their friends because they want to be domineering. They want to be the one to be in control of their life. They don't want anybody to know what is happening in their marriage, which is okay. But when it's becoming negative, that is where there needs to be balance in everything.
Yeah.
But in summary, just because you're married does not mean that you should not still be friend with your people, your friends that were once the people that were once your friend when you were single. Yes. So please, that does not mean, okay? Yeah. But just apply wisdom, because now you are more responsible. You should not be going on for a party in the night and stay maybe like people that club, which I don't know. So, but people that go to club, people that go to party without, staying longer in a party, and not looking back to say that, oh, I have someone that I left at home. So now you are more responsible. You should be able to balance that and be able to take permission from your partner, because I know some people will be like, how will I take permission? I'm not. Yeah, if you know you don't want to take permission from your partner, why did you get married? Because you are not accountable. You should be accountable for. Am I making sense?
Yeah, I think the bottom line is not living a single life while
You're
being married.
married. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much for that. Moving on to the next question, and that is it wrong for a married person to have a best friend of the opposite sex? But before you answer that question, I just want us to look at it from the perspective of a single person. I mean, someone that is single. Do you think it's wrong for that person to have a best friend of the opposite sex? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it may not be common, but there are so many cases where a male will have a female as the best friend, or a female will have a male as the best friend. But that may not be common.
No, don't say it may not be common, because it's same thing that applies to me. Have you forgotten that guys used to, as in I used to have guys as friends. I don't really, because I glue more with male friend than female friend. So, and you're even my best friend. Have you forgotten?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were my
Yeah,
best friend.
yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Even though, of course, that was your own case,
Do you think it's not common?
on a scale of, maybe
But you used to have females as friends too,
I do,
but not as best
but
friend.
not as best friend.
Oh,
In
okay,
most
okay,
cases,
okay.
it doesn't always mean that they will always be your best
Best.
friends.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So now we've settled that the part of single person having an opposite sex as their best friend.
Best friend.
So now let's go to married person now. Do you think it's okay? Is it wrong, or is it?
Yeah. So when in the marriage context now,
Mhm.
in my opinion, of course, people would give whatever thoughts
Opinion.
to this, but I don't think it's an ideal thing. I think in a marriage context, your partner is supposed to be your best friend. You are my best friend. I should be your best friend. Um, because you're building something together, and
Sorry to cut you,
yeah.
but having someone as your best friend is not really automatic like that.
Mhm.
That person, although it's not like that in our own case, we are each other's best friend.
Mhm.
But in a case where, because before you can call somebody your best friend, that person must have graduated to that level.
Yeah.
And don't forget that there are some couple that didn't start as friends. Do you understand? So what do you say in that case?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not also just saying that having your partner as your best friend automatically starts the day you tie the knot. It means that if you've not built that level of
Friendship.
relationship or friendship from courtship, because there are some people maybe within 6 months or so they're already married. So if they have not built that level of friendship, it means that either of them may have other people outside that they are closer to than their partner. But the expectation is that as you are in that relationship, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, that you intentionally begin to build that level of friendship that will then make your partner your best friend. They may have a best friend outside before you got married, but eventually it is expected that you intentionally begin to build your relationship so that you can be each other's best friend.
So that
Yeah.
what you're building with your partner will now supersede
Any other
what you
thing
were,
that
what you had with another person before of the opposite
exactly.
sex. Oh, that
Exactly.
makes sense. And also, it's also very risky. Being friends with an opposite sex, not even being friend, as in having an opposite sex as your best friend in marriage, it's very, very risky because sometimes there are people that think, oh yeah, I can no, nothing will happen between us. We are just friends. Hey, you can just say that, but you never can tell what could happen because there are some times that you will not plan that something will happen and it will happen even without you planning it. Especially in cases where you don't really have a good relationship with your partner. And this person is always the one that always, they always feel the vacuum. Anytime you're sad, you go to this person. Anytime you're hungry, you go to this person. Anytime you just, pour yourself out to this opposite sex. You never can tell what the channel that you are opening up in your marriage. And before you know it, devil can use that opportunity to put something, as in just to put something in between you guys that you're not looking at before. And before you know it, something can start. So that's why you want to be very, very careful. So now, let me now ask, what if in a case you have someone as your friend that is an opposite sex now? Okay, don't let us use best friend now. And let's say an opposite sex. And I don't want you to be friend with that person. And I tell you, I don't want you to be friend with this person. How would you feel about it?
Yeah, I think that's where managing conversation and having thoughtful discussion between partners come into place, and also understanding the perspective of your partner as well. There might be reasons why they are saying that. Are they open to discussing that with you? So
Well,
if you
some people might think it's out of jealousy.
yeah,
Now it's
of
because
course.
you're jealous.
Of course,
That's
sometimes it can also be out of jealousy, and that's okay. Of course, partners should be jealous about each other, but it's has to be healthy jealousy because if you're not jealous about the
that
person
means
that
you
you're
don't
married,
care
you
about
don't
that
care what they
person.
do. So, and also I would like to share this. There have been cases where I've had um female friends whom I had to like
Yeah.
consciously introduce to you, and
When I
it
became
find a
my
way
friend.
to make them
My
your
friend.
friends, and you are not even closer to them than
I think the
myself.
same thing is applicable to me.
Mm,
I have some friends
mm,
that at the end of the day they became your friend. And
mm,
that thing is painful
mm.
because seeing my friends now becoming your friends, it's so painful. And they will not be telling
But
me,
if they are my friends, they are still your friend.
oh, that's true, yeah. But sometimes the way they used to feel, especially one particular one, the way he used to feel and be like, I am now your friend-in-law, your brother-in-law, what does he call it? And you now be saying I should be respecting him. Someone that was once my friend, now saying that he's your friend now that he's not. But although I think jokes apart, I think it's very, very important for us to be careful out there because you might think you're safe, you might think your mind is free, and if you're vulnerable to this other person, you never can tell when the devil is going to penetrate and put something that is not supposed to be there in between you guys, and before you know it, you continue to distance yourself. There will be distance between you and your partner, and over time there might be problem. So you want to watch out. Don't say I'm strong, oh, I can handle my emotion, I am this, I am that. When it comes to opposite sex, you need to be very, very careful, okay? Especially if you are not having a good relationship with your partner, or your partner is not also a close friend with that person. So
Mm,
the wisdom there is that if you have a friend, someone that want to become your friend that is an opposite sex, the person should be a friend to both of you,
mhm.
to the couple. If the person cannot be a friend to both of you, then please be careful and watch out. Okay? Yeah. You don't want to risk your marriage. You don't want to put your marriage in danger. All right? Thank you so much.